Hi, Bob Flubacker here. I'd like to give you an update on what the Campus Master Planning Committee has been working on. We last met in May, and since then we've had a lot of discussions and have arrived at kind of a direction for the next steps for the facility. First, let me summarize. There were some major projects that were under consideration when we were looking at a project back in the pandemic in 2020, 2021, and several of those issues have been completed. This slide shows major maintenance issues from before this period, which was a repair of the beams here in the sanctuary. That is currently planned to be done next year, early next year or during the summer. The organ restoration was another project that was completed last year, and resurfacing the west parking lot was another one, and that was done the year before. When we last met in May, we had a summary of items that we were looking at. The first was the priority maintenance items, which included that arch rafter repair, which I mentioned before, but also HVAC renovation throughout the facility where needed. There's some water below the floor slab in the basement underneath the newest addition where the MAC, the cafeteria, or I'm sorry, the MAC and the youth room and south end of the facility. We looked at setting up a schedule for flat roof repairs and replacements throughout the building, and also a couple of pieces of cafeteria equipment that need to be replaced, a central hot water boiler, as well as some walk-in coolers and freezers. The second category of items we had was improvements to the facility, which included things like accessibility for the entire building and campus, window replacements in the classroom wings, central air conditioning throughout the facility, refreshing Bart's Hall, and providing a central infrastructure for low voltage equipment. A third area we had discussed was general enhancements to the facility, or additions if you would rather. The first of those was providing elevator access to all the various levels of the building, reconstructing the narthex, getting a new enhanced lobby for the building, a circular drive with all the consolidated handicap parking off the west side of the structure, and expansion of the parking lot on the east side to the south, generally where the playground is today. There were then a set of miscellaneous items, which this list shows. The reflecting pool was one of those items. That has been since completed. Replacement of the gym floors, gymnasium bleacher replacement, and MAC scoreboard are three items that hopefully funding is raised for during the gala. And then there are three other items: the masonry restoration work for the bell tower and the cross tower, new playground equipment, and monument signage for the facility, hopefully to be done in the near future. So after a lot of discussion with Jim Thomas regarding the maintenance issues that the building has, and various other aspects of the condition of the sanctuary, the committee has developed a plan for the first step, which would be a complete renovation, rehabilitation of the sanctuary. That would include the repairs of the rafters, as we've discussed, but a new seating configuration that would have new finishes and new furniture involved, both seating as well as worship furniture, new heating, ventilating, and air conditioning system for the sanctuary, new lighting, new audio video equipment, and much needed repairs to the copper roof above the building. This is a quick conceptual plan of what we're thinking about for the seating for the sanctuary, moving the altar space a little bit out into the seating area, creating more of a theater in the round feel. eliminating the raised altar platform, eliminating the planter area that's behind the altar currently, and providing a lot more open floor space for more functional and flexible use of the square footage we have. If you look at the plan, there's 3 different types of seating involved. There are individual chairs that make up the first couple of rows of the main body of seating, as well as could be rows that are behind the altar area, kind of where the raised platform is now. There is fixed curved pew seating, and then there are also some leftover areas of space that we could do some more informal seating where a family might be able to sit together, or just more casual nature of seating. With that, we have also discussed a master plan approach to developing the next phases of work that's done on the facility. The next set of slides are very crude first attempt at what that master plan is. It's by no means set in stone, but just wanted to present what the current thinking is. The first slide shows what the existing facility is currently laid out as. The second slide shows really what we've been talking about, that the first part of work is complete renovation of the sanctuary, and then the addition of the parking lot and handicap parking to the west of the structure. The next slide shows what would be a potential next phase beyond that. That includes areas such as letter C on the plan, which would be a new lobby addition. Letter D is a canopy over that new west circular drive to provide a covered drop-off for people coming into the facility. Letter F on the plan refers to a new school wing addition, basically on the west side of the MAC and the gym, which we need to build to house the students before we do renovation to any parts that they're in. Through a lot of discussion, it seems that it would be more practical and probably just as economical to build new classrooms rather than try to renovate the existing classrooms and have those students displaced for a year while those classrooms are being renovated. Once that section F would be constructed, it would replace the west wing of the school, which the proposal is to renovate into church offices and public meeting rooms, meeting the need for that meeting space outside of the envelope of the school. The next slide would show what a phase after that could be, which is adding yet another school wing, which is letter J on this diagram. That would then allow us to tear down the east wing of the school in order to expand the central courtyard and provide a very open, protected, safe outdoor space for gatherings for children to play, just kind of a multi-purpose protected outdoor space. And then letter H on the plan is some additional preschool classrooms built basically directly next to the Life Center. Through all of this work, we would provide the handicap accessibility to all the various levels. Anything new that we would build would be matching floor levels of existing buildings. So it should be relatively simple to accomplish that. And then the last slide is what the facility would look like when all of this is completed. Again, this is just a very quick run through of some general ideas. And with that, I appreciate it. Thank you.